Good morning. Good morning. How are you? It's great to see you here. It's great to be with you this morning. I just getting my screens all set up here. It's all off in a thing. But I'm so glad that you're here. We're going to talk about marketing essentialism. This is our first live class. And so I'm so glad that you're with me this morning. And we've got some really great stuff to go through. I want to start out by just kind of really laying the groundwork, laying the foundation of what we're going to be talking about all month long here on these live classes each Friday morning, as well as throughout the week on my Facebook page, the Avanti Business Academy for Women Facebook page. And so if you haven't already been over there to follow and get notifications, make sure you do that. If you are joining us on YouTube, hello, good morning. Make sure that you're subscribed there as well. And so we will be live on both, because I know not everybody is on Facebook and not everybody wants to be. So we're on YouTube also. And so it works really well both ways. Excuse me. All right. So I want to just dive in and tell you a little bit about what I think marketing essentialism is and why I want to teach this class. And so what I see when, I've been in business for 19 years. And I suppose I should introduce myself, right? Good morning. I'm Melissa Kellogg-Lewick, and I am the CEO and founder of the Avanti Business Academy for Women. And I have been helping entrepreneurs to grow their businesses for the last 20 years. And really what I love talking about now is helping women entrepreneurs to feel comfortable with marketing, feel comfortable being seen, and then go out in the world. So they can go out into the world and have the impact and create the revenue and the income that they want and the financial freedom that they want. So that is why we're here. And so good morning, Monique. Hello. Nice to see you. I am, I'm going to show that. Good morning. Hello. It's great to see you here. So why we are here is what I often see for entrepreneurs and women especially is that we get caught up in trying to do so many marketing actions, right? And we get overwhelmed and we're spread so thin because yes, we're marketing, but we're also running businesses, running lives, running families, running households. And so we get so overwhelmed by marketing. And the reason why this happens is because often we are layering on all these things we think we're supposed to be doing and we're not getting the results that we want. So we think, well, that means I need to be doing more things, when really what we need to be working on is focusing on the marketing activities that are working and really enhancing and amplifying the quality of those. And so what I want to help you do throughout this month and throughout this course is to identify those things that are working and how can we amplify those to bring in clients. And what I'm also going to offer you is, and we're going to go through this when we go through our numbers next week of where we're at, and I will talk more about that in a little bit. But what I'm also going to encourage you to consider believing and just begin entertaining as a belief is that there are plenty of warm leads already in your orbit, that really what we want to be doing is getting better at bringing them in and closing them, right? And so we don't need to be out hoarding all kinds of new connections. And I think that's what causes a lot of marketing overwhelm. We need to get better at closing the people that are already in our orbit and inviting them in, making sure they know how we can help them, what is the way that we work, what we do, how we help, and bring them in. And that's what I love working with my clients on, right? And also, just we're going to go through, this is what I'm really going to talk a lot about today, is our mindset that keeps us from showing up, keeps us from being comfortable, and that fear of being seen, right? And so we're going to talk about how we can deal with that. And that's how we are going to start out, because it's our mindset and what we're thinking that flows through to our actions, right? And so what I find is a lot of women are doing all these actions trying to make up for a lack of confidence and that fear of being seen. So when we work with the fear of being seen and that confidence, and then take action from there, our actions become much more effective. And so there's minor shifts, right? It is not like we have to burn everything down and start over. There are minor shifts that we can make that are going to make a huge difference for you. So over these 4 weeks, you can experience massive change and effectiveness of your marketing, enjoyment of your marketing, enjoyment of your business. And so I'm all fired up. That is what we're working on. Okay. So I'm just looking at my notes here because I'm probably getting ahead of myself. Okay, so I want to just give you an overview. So now you know why we're here, what we're the work that we're doing. I want to just walk you through these 4 weeks and what they're going to look like. And we also have an opportunity, if you want to work through this personally with me for in private sessions. I will put the link if you want to sign up for that. And so we have these public sessions, but then if you want to work with me privately, I'm offering private sessions for 4 private sessions throughout the course of June for $149, which is a steal of a deal. Ask any of my other clients. But I really want to help all of you that come to this class to be able to work through all of what you're learning with me, and get all the help that you need to make these shifts and these changes and really make this time valuable for you. So I'm going to get that link. Let's see, where is it? I'll get that for you in a moment, but we'll get that in here. Let's see. That's one thing I didn't have like right in front of me. Not very smart, right? Okay, so I want to just walk through with you what we are going to be talking about throughout the month. So this week on this call, we are going to be focusing on becoming the who before the how. And so a lot of times when we start, think about our marketing strategy and what we want to be doing as far as marketing. Okay, I'm putting the link to sign up for the private coaching in the chat. So you will see this link, and you're welcome to go and check that out. As soon as you go and enroll there, then I will send you a link to my calendar, and you can set up those sessions. So, okay. So that is there. Okay. So this week we're going to be talking about becoming the who before the how, and really beginning to create a new self-concept, marketing self-concept, which is basically how you think about yourself and your marketing. And because that really affects the quality of your marketing, right? And so we're going to talk about that today. So you begin to experience marketing in a whole new way. So we're going to offer you some really exciting new thinking about marketing. Okay. And then next week, we're going to talk about goals and your plan to make those goals happen, right? Your roadmap to achieving those goals. So that's going to be next week. And then in weeks 3 and 4, we are going to really work on your marketing essentialist plan. And really, we're going to get you down to like a one-page marketing plan. I have a one-page marketing plan for this year. And it's so simple that I always know what I'm working on. I always know what I'm focused on. And, there's no confusion, no sitting down to my desk and being like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. And so I want to help you create that as well. And so that will be a plan that is really talking about 10xing your value, not your amount of effort, not the amount of time it takes to market. We're not increasing that, but we're going to increase the value and amplify what is working. And also, I'm going to be teaching you in week 4 about in week 3, we're going to be talking about maximizing the impact. So that's with value. And then talking about the 80-20 rule, which is that, 20% of the marketing that you're doing is creating 80% of your results. And so we're going to figure out what that is and what's the 80% of marketing that you're doing that is not working, and think about how we can shift that. And then in week 4, we're going to be talking about amplifying value and quality, and then boosting your time efficiency. I want to teach you a whole new way of thinking about time and how you can be exponentially more efficient with your time, and be able to create great quality marketing in a fraction of the time, and really have an impact on your world, on your community, on your potential clients that will draw them in to want to work with you and be paying clients, right? So that's where we're headed. How does that sound? Does that sound good? Everybody thumbs up? Let me know in the chat. Are you in? Okay. Thank you. That is awesome. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about, okay, let me look at these notes. Yes. Okay. Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you, Monique. She is in. Okay. So, so by the end of this program, you will have transformed your marketing approach, developed a powerful mindset for success, and learned how to achieve more with less effort and time. So we're going to elevate your marketing and elevate your self-concept, and elevate the quality of the marketing and the impact that you have on the world. So that's where we're going. And so we start that all today with talking about becoming the who before the how. So often what we do when we're marketing is, okay, hold on. I'm just looking through my notes here. So often what we do in our marketing is we set a big goal and we're like, all right, I'm going to make, I want to make $100,000 this year or whatever. And so to do that, I know I've got to have, 20 clients, 40 clients, whatever it is, right? And so then we're like, okay, well, how am I going to do that? And so the much more effective and impactful question is not how are you going to do that? But before we get to that how, we always want to be asking ourselves, who? Who do I need to become? What do I need to be believing about myself, my clients, the people that are in my orbit, that are my warm leads? What do I need to be believing about those 3 areas that, before I figure out how I'm going to do it, right? And so it's those beliefs, and having strong belief in ourselves, in the service that we offer and the results that we can get our clients, and then believing that our clients, the people in our orbit, our warm leads, want what we have to offer, and they can pay for what we have to offer, and that they're ready to get started now. And so when we have those powerful beliefs, it will drive such much better actions and much better action plans, right? Because it's our thinking, our beliefs that create the energy, the feelings, right? The energy that we show up with. And then the actions that we take then creates the results that we get from our actions, right? But if we go straight to actions and our beliefs are stinky, like, well, there's not enough people, the people that are in my world don't want what I have, they don't want to buy it, they're skeptical, or we're thinking about ourselves like, who am I to offer this service? Who am I to, tell people that I can help them? Then if we stack a bunch of actions on top of that, then our marketing is going to be much less effective. And we're going to have to do much more hustling, much more action in order to get those results. Is that to say that we're going to get zero business? No, we can sell and create money and create clients even with stinky thinking. But it's not as fun, it doesn't feel great, and it's not as impactful and not as efficient. So when we make a commitment to working on our thinking, then we have a much easier, better time in our business, in our marketing, and a much greater impact, right? So how do we do that? That's the process that I want to walk you through today. And I want to answer questions. So I'm just going to pause to say that if you have questions throughout this, even if you're watching on replay, hello, my replay friends, please post questions because I will get notified of those, whether you're posting it on YouTube or Facebook. And I want to make sure you get the support that you want, the support that you need. So please post those questions. And I know a lot of what I'm going to be teaching you is not, is very different from the traditional marketing teaching, right? It is not what I learned through my MBA program, all those years ago. They were not teaching this. They were teaching all action related. But what I now know in my own experience building my business and the experiences that I've been through with countless clients is that when we deal with our confidence and our fear of being seen and the imposter syndrome, when we acknowledge those and work on those beliefs about ourselves, then everything we do in our business is so much more effective. So that's why we're here. Okay. So the process. So how do we clean up our thinking? And the first thing is to just acknowledge, right? Is just to have that awareness of what's going on between our ears. And how I do that is I do tons of journaling. I have my journal from today. I do tons of journaling. And so I will just sit down and just empty out my mind onto the page of all the thoughts, right? What am I thinking about my business today? How am I feeling about my ability to show up and serve my clients and serve my audience? And that really helps me to just gain that awareness of what's going on in there. And so then what we want to be doing is really having that awareness and then creating the thoughts that we want to have on purpose. And so some of the questions that I will ask myself is like, okay, I know what I need to get done today or this week or this month or this quarter. So that first question of who do I need to be to, create these results? What do I need to believe about me? What do I need to believe about my clients? And what do I need to believe about the people that are in my orbit that are going to become my clients? And so some examples. So for example, I have this class that we're hosting this month, right? And so for example, as I'm thinking about marketing this course and asking those questions of myself, before I get to the how am I going to market it, I first go through this exercise of who do I need to be to show up and, teach this class and make it super valuable for you. And so some of the beliefs I have about myself, or that I practice, right, having about myself, or I believe, for example, I believe in the deep impact that this class will have for my students. I believe in the transformation and confidence and self-concept that my clients will have. I believe in the immense value that I can create for them and their businesses. I believe that I am spreading the message that marketing can change the world for good, and can feel good to create and receive. And I am the CEO that remembers how impactful less overwhelm and more confidence, less time wasted, and greater impact will have on my students' lives. And so you see how I am crafting the beliefs that I want to be practicing. And then as I practice those on a daily basis, it begins to shift my energy, right? And so another approach you can have to these thoughts is, which has also been really helpful for me, is to think of an expert that you look up to, and ask yourself, what are they thinking about their business? What do they think about the service that they offer, right? What do they think about marketing? When they go to market, what are they thinking? And that's a fun one, because then it takes us in our own, I feel like it takes us in our own mind drama out of the picture. And it's kind of like a mind hack. And so, if you think about someone you really look up to, and it's like, okay, how does she think about marketing? Well, she absolutely loves it. She loves to go out and serve her people, and she has no problem like getting on camera. She always is so eloquent and passionate about what she talks about. And what you can remember, after doing that exercise, is you have no idea what that person is thinking. Those are all thoughts that came out of your brain. So those are all thoughts that are available to you, right? So I want that to be your homework this week, is asking yourself, what do you want to be thinking about yourself and your business and your clients that are coming, in order to show up in your marketing, right? And so that's your first line of homework. So you can ask it as, what do you need to be thinking? You can ask it of yourself, of thinking about this expert that you look up to, and what are they thinking about growing their business. Another way that's fun is whatever your biggest business goal is. So mine is, my biggest goal, my big impossible goal, not for this year, but for in the future, is I am building $1 million business, right? So if I ask myself, when I'm creating that $1 million a year, when I have that $1 million business, what will I be thinking about marketing? What will I be thinking about selling? What will I be thinking about showing up for my people and my audience? At that place, if I go to that future, what am I thinking? And I love that one too. So let's see. Yeah. So as you record those thoughts that you want to, and beliefs that you want to be working on, believing and practicing, because it's like a new muscle, really. And if you've ever started a new workout, or started a new sport, or started something physically new, it's always awkward at the beginning, right? And it's the same when we are creating new thoughts. It's awkward at first, and that's okay. And we'll, fall out of it and kind of almost forget how to do it, whatever. And then we just can come back to it. And So once you do that, once you have those thoughts, you'll begin to feel a shift in somatically in your body. You can feel a shift in how you're feeling. A shift in kind of your energy. You can, I'll feel like, and it's interesting when you kind of tune in to where you feel that in your body. I'll feel like a kind of a sparkly, I don't know, sensation here in my chest, right? And I can just kind of feel it radiate out from there. And so when you feel that shift, just notice what those thoughts are that spark that. And that's the energy that you want to be creating in your body, in yourself, when you're going out to market, or when you're going to a networking event, or when you're going to, go live on video, or write a great email or a blog, or, a post to your people. And so that is where you want the foundation that you want to create for yourself. And I do this every single day. I spend time in the morning with my cup of coffee and my journal, thinking about you and the people that I want to serve and the women that I want to help. And I create this shift every day, right? And that's what it takes to really create great marketing. And so the feeling that I often, if I have to put words to it, is that I want to be creating is a feeling of purposeful, that the work I'm doing is purposeful, that there are people out there that want it, right? And that need the help that I have to offer. And so it's that purposeful feeling, it's feeling compelled. And then that's when I go into my day, right? And it's in that energy when I create that I can be much more highly productive, because I feel that what I'm doing matters, and we all want to matter, right? You want to matter. And I want you to know that your work matters. Your message matters. The service that you offer in the world matters. And the way that you do it in your unique way matters. And we need what you have to offer in the world. And so when you take the time to really get your mindset and your energy, your thoughts and your belief and your feelings in this place of purpose and mattering, then it makes marketing so much more fun. And you can actually see and feel how marketing can make a difference in the world, because marketing is simply inviting those people that are in your orbit closer in, right? It's in just inviting them into that next step with you, whether it's, going from not knowing you to, connecting with you on social media, and going from connecting on social media to having a conversation with you, and having a conversation with you to working with you. Like, there's a lot of different ways we can invite people into a closer relationship with us. And so it all starts with us having this shift, right? Okay, so I gotta let my doggy in. Hi. She loves to be in the picture. So there she is. That's Ginger. Good morning, Ginger. She had her breakfast. Anyway, okay. So when you have that shift, the step 3 is I want you to remember you're not one and done. Yes, thank you. Hi, Ginger. We're not one and done, right? This is a practice that you will do each day. Like I said, I do it each day. And I want you just to commit to experimenting with this. Throughout this month of June with me, just experiment, okay? And commit to these, 30 days that we have together. And I'm going to give you an exercise, and I want you to just commit to doing it for these 30 days and see how you feel at the end. On June 30th, we'll take note of how you feel. And, so that's what I first want you to do is just take note right now of maybe, and you don't have to do this right now, but do some journaling on how you feel and what are your thoughts and beliefs now about yourself as a marketer. What are your thoughts and feelings about marketing? And what are your thoughts and feelings about the people in your orbit, your audience, the people around you that could potentially become clients? Just take note of those three things, how you're feeling about those three things, what your thoughts are. And then commit to this practice that I'm going to give you here in a moment for the next 30 days. And then let's take your temperature at the end and see how you're feeling about yourself as a marketer and a CEO, and yourself, your thoughts about the service that you provide, and your thoughts about the people around you and the opportunities around you. Okay. So that's my challenge for you. Okay. So throughout this month of June together, I want to ask you this is my challenge for you. You're going to answer, or you're going to journal on these few things. So number one is, if I believed there are enough warm leads, enough people already around me, what marketing activities would I do today? And obviously on your work days, there's, you probably don't work every day, hopefully not. But on the days that you are working, just journal to yourself, with yourself. If I believed there are enough warm leads already around me, I'll put this in the chat so you can just take it out of my notes and put it in the chat. There you go. Let's see, are we showing these? Yes, we're showing these. Okay. So that's the first thing. And then the second thing each day. And so I like to do this practice right before bed, because I love how I feel when I go to sleep after doing this. Is number one, what are your 3 wins for the day? And it can be business wins, or it can be personal wins. I'm going to put these in the chat. So your 3 wins for the day. Okay. And then 3 things that you're grateful for. Okay. And then 3 areas where you are enough and you have enough. This is something I'm going to talk more about too, but we often, our minds are telling us, I don't have enough business. I don't have enough clients. I don't have enough time, whatever it is. Wherever you feel like you're lacking, I want you to make a practice and think about making a practice of just shifting that to, okay, that might be true, but what do I have enough of? If I don't have enough clients, then that means I probably have a lot of time, right? There is an abundance somewhere else, right? So let's just think about that. And so when we begin practicing and challenging our minds to think about where we do have enough and where we are enough, then it becomes a much easier it becomes much easier to step into that abundance, right? And thinking about where we do have enough. And so I'm going to challenge you to journal on these things each day from now until the end of June. And then we will revisit how you feel at the end of June, right? So take your temperature first, and make this a practice. And I want to check back with you throughout the week and next week when we're on the call together and hear what it's been like for you. And I know that for me, this has changed everything doing this practice. For the clients that I have that are already doing this, it's really made some really great shifts for them. And it really will help you to have more joy in your life in general, but also in your business, in your marketing. And anytime you're feeling better about your business and your marketing and sales becomes more effective and feels better, right? So, so there you go. How's that sound? Are you in? Let's see. I'm taking that down. Okay. All right, we're in. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So when we commit to working on our thinking and the beliefs that we have around ourselves, our marketing, the community of people already around us, when we work on our thoughts in those areas, the result is that we begin to make amazing change starting inside. We become the achiever of our goal internally. And that's where everything begins. Everything begins inside before we can create it in the outer world. And a lot of times what hustle is, or what hustle, okay. Thank you, Monique. She wrote them all on her phone. Hustle comes from us trying to create things externally before we've created them internally yet. Okay. So what I want to encourage you is, if you want, for example, to have $100,000 a year, or if you want to create $1 million business in 10 years, or whatever it is, you become that person that achieves that goal internally first. You become her first before you can create it externally. I mean, and it's a process of creating it all. It's a process and a journey, right? It's like, I'm not going to go in my cave and sit there and meditate until I've created $1 million business internally. No, but I will grow internally and create that growth internally before I create it externally. So whatever I'm creating externally, that is a great reflection of, and obviously whatever's created externally is a lag from how what we've created internally. But whatever I've created externally is a reflection of what I believe I'm capable of internally, right? So if I don't have $1 million business yet, right? So I have not yet created the beliefs and have done all the internal work to create that externally, but I'm in the process of that. I'm learning, I am having the awareness, and that's how we create it externally, is we're doing that work first inside. And it's the same with our marketing and with our sales, right? We can't go out and market effectively and sell effectively if we're not already sold on the inside, in our own mind, right? We have to be more sold and have more belief than anyone else around us, because we're the ones that are going to believe in ourselves and our business and our capabilities. And we go out and create that belief in others and the people around us, right? And so that is the power of doing this work internally, is because then we can go out powerfully and create that belief and that effectiveness in all the people that we talk to and we create that effective marketing. We create the marketing based on what we have, the beliefs we have inside us, and we communicate from that place, right? And that's what creates better marketing with higher impact and higher effectiveness, right? So yes, so we become the achiever of our goal internally first before we create it externally. So we'll have more effective, productive, and easier marketing as a result of doing that internal work, right? So, so the more we think we suck at marketing, the more that's the actions, that is the behavior, the external behavior, right? So just consider the questions that we talked about earlier. The daily practices and habits is going to really be amazing for you. It has been for myself and everyone that has done that with me, that work with me. Okay, so that's what I wanted to teach you today, is really just to begin changing the internal world and shifting the internal world. And next time we're going to talk about, from there, what we most desire, what we want to create in the external world, right? What do we want our goal to be for our marketing? What are the sales goals that we have? And so that's what we're going to talk about next week, is what are our desires and our goals, right? What do you most desire? What is your goal? And I think about it not just in terms of, oh, I want to make this much money, but what I like to teach is your goal also needs to include the tangible results. So yes, it could be the money, $100,000 or whatever it is, but then also the intangible. How do you want to be feeling in your business, in your life, in your relationships? That's part of your goal too, right? Because yes, we could all, I have no doubt that every single person, every single woman on this call could go out and hustle and create, $1 million, for example. But it's not really worth it unless we create it in a way that is aligned with who we are and the rest of our lives, right? The relationships we want to have, the intangible benefits that we want to have. So what is the lifestyle that you want? What is the revenue that you want? And then we're going to talk next week about evaluating where you are now, like really digging in and seeing where we are now, what is working, what's not working, and start thinking about what we want to do differently. And then thinking about what's standing in our way of getting to that goal, because all those obstacles that we see in the way, that becomes our roadmap to getting there, right? So I'm going to talk more about that, and we're going to be practicing a lot of curiosity around what we most want. And so yeah, I have all my notes here, but I don't want to go into all that because I have brought a lot to you today, and this is a lot to think about. And so as we close, I want to just share with you my intention for you over the course of this month of June. And I want you also to think about what your intention is for you, for your business. And so my intention for each and every one of you, as a result of being part of this class, is to feel less overwhelmed when it comes to your marketing. And my intention is for you to feel more confident, and for it to be easier for you to show up in your marketing and have much less marketing to do to create the results that you want, and really cut those marketing activities down. My intention for you is to know how to focus on the marketing that's working and really matters and feels great to you. I want to, my intention for you is to know how to create a bigger impact and to be able to see how marketing changes lives, how great marketing changes lives and serves the people that you want to be serving, even before they've paid you, even before they've become your clients. My intention is that you end this month with a one-page marketing plan that you are confident will help you to reach your goals. And if it doesn't, what to do then, right? Because, just as Mike Tyson said, a lot of times we, create a plan and until we get punched in the face. Right? So I'm going to teach you also what to do when you get punched in the face. My intention is that you have a deliberate marketing practice that keeps you on track week after week, month after month, quarter after quarter, and that you know exactly what you want to be doing at all times. That marketing is clear and focused for you. My intention is that you know exactly what you consider successful when measuring your marketing. And my intention is that you see a path to making more money and being more effective in your marketing. And so I hope you're all on board with that. And I want you to just take note of what your intention is. And within those things that I'm going to be teaching you. And okay, I'm going to pause. Yes, you're welcome. Monique says, thank you. Excited for this marketing month. Yes, me too. So anybody have any questions as we wrap up? I want to just kind of give you an overview of how we're going to be running this. So we're going to be having these weekly calls like this on Friday morning. And then they'll all be recorded and immediately available on replay. So you can replay it, or if you're not able to make it or not able to stay the whole time, it will all be available for you whenever it's convenient for you. And so that we'll have these weekly calls. You're going to have the weekly work that I offered to you. And then I will be appearing regularly on the Facebook page for discussion and conversation and celebration and coaching. So join me, turn on your notifications, and we're going to connect and have some fun. And so if you have any questions, remember, like I said, I want you to post them here. Even if you're catching the replay, I will get notified by the channel that you have questions, and I will make sure and be getting back to you on those. And so Ginger has to go for her hair appointment. So I got to go and get her in the car. So next time you see her, she'll be groomed. But anyway, I hope you all have a fabulous day. If you have any questions, feel free to post them, and I will see you next time. Bye.